A thread by Carlos Osuita. For Jacob. These questions allow me to post a video that all sane people will find astonishing. From Jacob. Do you think that Biden-Harris ticket is evidence that the Dems know that a 2020 is a foregone conclusion? And if so, what do you think that the 2024 election will look like without Trump? Carlos responds. First of all, the Democrats think that they will win in a landslide. This is the result of President Trump's Judas goats, as well as the Trump's endless disinformation campaign. Democrats are beyond cognitively rigid. They're ossified. Ossified, meaning hardened and opposed to change. We see a lot of ossified people in my threads on the Beirut port event. They have no factual knowledge on the topic, but they insist that I'm wrong. I started researching the third revolution in military affairs, 3RMA, in 2015. At that time, it was still the 2RMA. From israeldefense.co.il, other boots on the ground. The 2RMA was an interim phase. We're now well into the 3RMA. This prediction came true. Quote, operational reality and the nature of the opponent call for a revision of the force buildup process in any modern military organization. What we need are larger formations of small, high-quality forces. The combat teams and operational structure may remain small and intimate, but the scope of the order of battle should increase substantially. In their view, revised format, these forces will be able to operate effectively on the ground, to dismantle enemy infrastructures, to create an effective presence, and position themselves with a high enough signature, but in their own unique way, end quote. The entire combat element of the U.S. Marines will become strategic commandos. No tanks, no manned aircraft, towed artillery, bridging, or law enforcement. The Marines will become a collection of semi-autonomous battalions armed with hypervelocity weapons, long-range rockets, unmanned aerial platforms, precision mortars, and masses of automatic weapons. Ground maneuver means the ability to invade and occupy a country. Never again. We'll retain and improve that capability, but the Army is also creating strategic commando units called multi-domain task forces. People tell me that the Beirut port event is the result of directed energy weapons. No. They have to be mounted on aircraft. They're massively expensive and unable to create controlled deflagration. The fuel-air explosive nanodrones are expendable, and you don't need very many of them. They're far more powerful than DEWs, directed energy weapons, and they can be programmed. All the commandos have to do is infiltrate and release. The commandos were in Beirut. Three-dimensional digital models inside and out of every target building were created. In the Battle of Mosul, it took 9 months to map the entire city inside and out, above ground and underground. Surveillance nanodrones and synthetic aperture radar, SAR, are used. A computer program is created to control the exact moment that the nanodrones go off. DEWs simply lack the ability to do what happened in Beirut. That's just reality. Besides, if you tell me I'm wrong, you have to provide a competing theory. But I'm not here to convince anyone. I'm just presenting my theories, take them or leave them. A knee-jerk reaction of, you're wrong, is not an argument. Which brings me to the Democrats. They can't defend any of their positions, so they're simply banking on Trump hate to win the election. And they're pretending that the violence isn't happening. They're like little kids play acting at being politicians, and they're offering total incoherence. Kamala Harris is a moderate who wants to abolish the Pentagon. We're seeing cities actually getting rid of the cops, and crime is skyrocketing. This is manna from heaven for Trump. As Newt Gingrich said, the Democrats are disoriented. Trump did that to them. He feeds the press stories about fistfights in the Oval Office, and Brian Stelter says, now we got him. The man is insane. He has no idea what a smile is, so he simply bares his teeth. An animal trying to be human. What happens after Trump is reelected? To find out, we go to Pasco, Washington. Is this behavior familiar? Look how old these people are. Antifa and BLM will never change. They'll continue acting the way they do until they die. YouTube video, area lunatic harasses Pasco police. In it, Antifa BLM guys, late middle age, acting like Antifa BLM lunatics. After Trump is reelected, blue states gradually become purple and then red. The GOP finds solutions that sane Democrats like. In 2024, one of Trump's carefully groomed successors runs for office and wins. The Democrats lose more power. In Trump's second term, he and William Barr rein in nationwide anti-conservative censorship. By 2024, the country is stable, and the Democrats are simply a rump party. Although the Democrats continue to exist, they have no power for decades. Antifa and BLM continue to destroy the Democrats long after all the activists are as old as those lunatics in the cop video. Radical leftism becomes a non-issue. As long as the Democrats embrace rioting lunatics, they lose. The squad gets bigger, stays in power as long as Biden and Pelosi. The voters in the smoking rubble of their cities are ossified. They're ignored. More than 85% of the country returns to normal. The rest doesn't matter. And that's all she wrote. The fat lady has sung her sweet death knell for the Democrats. Requiescat in pace.